friends. Your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm your host, Willy Will, and this is my co-host.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
All right, so today we are recapping episode 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. But before we get into that, I have a few shout-outs that I want to, talk about. I'm excited. So, as you know, yesterday we attended the 26th annual Glam Awards, which essentially was hosted by Kenny Muse and Janelle Number 5. And I think both ladies did an amazing job. So shout out to both of them. They were great. Kept the energy going. I was surprised that in that large scale of an event, they was able to keep everybody ranked. I wasn't going to throw shade at Kenny Muse.
I was about to say, no, girl, don't throw shade because they were actually good.
No, they were so good. I was like,
Yeah.
because this is an event, this is an award ceremony, and I'm like, I've never seen them in that capacity. Obviously, parties and that stuff is different, but this capacity, I was pleasantly surprised. So shout out to those two; they did such an amazing job. But I would
Congrats
be remiss.
for Janelle for all the awards she won.
Which won 4 awards, right?
I think it was more than that, honestly. I don't.
It may be 4 or 5, but I just know that she went. She won a lot of awards that night. So shout out to her. But we would be remiss. And I know I would be remiss if I did not shout out Olympia, Frida, Vampy, and Lanye for winning best duo / group for the big girls.
Yes.
That.
I mean, it was very well deserved. I'm not saying that the other girls in the category didn't deserve it because they all work hard and they're all great. But I think it's very important to give the big girls the recognition because, representation really does matter.
Yes. And not only did they win the award, they had an amazing performance, and they introduced Nani Tsunami as the newest addition to the group. So, I like to say...
Award-winning group.
Oh my God, yes. The award-winning group now. Now we have to say that. Now we have to preference that before we even say anything. But, I like to say, in a room full of skinny bitches, be big. So
yes.
shout out to them. A few other shout outs. Obviously, we have to shout out the house of Femme Fatale, baby.
They killed it. Oh my God. Every single one of those bitches can dance. That's not fair. Leave some talent for the rest of us.
What? I was oh my God.
Catalina pole dancing at an award ceremony is cunt.
So cunt. It's so
cunt. Cunt.
So cunt. It's such a New York City thing. So New York City.
Yeah, fully.
But Essence, she won Best Scene Queen, so we have to give a shout out to our little sis, Essence. She is doing it. If you've ever seen an Essence performance, Essence will bring she brings it to you all the time. So I don't even know why we were gagged, but apparently we were gagged, and we shouldn't have been. It's Athena, girl.
Athena can fucking move, bitch.
Baby,
and her stage presence.
What?
Yes, I mean, I've seen Athena several times, but this just felt different in the best way possible. In the best way, the bitch on stage.
So good. When there's a few of those performances in which you're they're gonna bring it, but then they really bring it, and it's wow, speechless. And that's how it was with Athena, Essence, Hibiscus. We've seen them perform numerous times, but to see them on that stage for some reason with that big of a performance with all the girls behind them, so good.
Mm-hmm. All those backup dancers, yes. First of all, shout out to the backup dancers too, because they remembered every single move of every single number. I did not see one of them mess up in any number at all, and they did several. So shout out to them too.
They were good.
Every single one of them.
And then I want to shout out the host of the queer POC podcast, The Minority Report. It was really great to see them in person. So shout out to them. They're such an amazing podcast. So for our listeners of No Ma'am, go check The Minority Report out. If you think we're shady, they have some really shady moments. But all in all, their podcast is a little bit more serious than we are, which is totally fine because I think especially in this climate, we need to create spaces for everyone. So we like to bring some lightness to what's happening out in the world, but there is some podcasts that need to speak truth to power. So I think that podcast is one that it's someone they're ones that you need to watch out for. So shout out to them. It's really great. And who knows? We may have a collab in the works. You never know. right? I think it's always good to collab with other podcasters, especially podcasters of color, queer podcasts. Why not? So who knows? There may be a No MAAM Minority Report collab coming soon. Like, you hear it first. All right. So there was a few shout outs. I thought it was good. All in all, I was really excited to actually have the opportunity to attend the GLAAD Awards. I think it's really great, especially now, right, in this climate, what's happening in the cities across the United States, right, with the new administration. But for us to come together and celebrate queerness, just New York City nightlife in general, I thought it was really great.
Yeah, you could really feel the energy yesterday. Like it was really positive. Everybody was there to support each other and show love for each other, and it was really great. And some of those girls had really amazing speeches that really were very important. That had very important things to say. So shout out to them too.
Yeah, and I would say shout out to Cherry Jubilee because she's the one that put this on, right? And she's done this for 26 years now, and also the Impulse Group NYC for being
That's
able
older
to
than I
sponsor
am.
us. Fucking bitch, like a bitch.
It's not.
I'm like fucking bitch. I'm like no, like that's my little brother's age. And obviously Impulse Group NYC for being able to sponsor it and putting it on. I think again, right? I keep saying it. I think I've said this like numerous times, but especially now more than ever, these spaces are needed for us to come together and be able to show that as a community, we're resilient, we're strong as hell, and we're not going anywhere. So shout out to everyone who participated in the GLAM Awards. Such an amazing event. And who knows, maybe the 25th annual GLAM Awards will be nominated for Best Podcast.
Wink, wink.
I'm just saying.
Girls who watch and vote. Wink, wink.
Right? Like, just saying. It'd be good to have No MAAM on the stage. I'm just saying. So, just, whoever we need to talk to, call
Whichever
us.
dick I need to suck.
Jhoany, not I. But you could just call me. You can call me. You can call me and
He'll set up the
send us an
date.
email, and I'll set up the date. Yes.
He'll set up which alley, which bar bathroom. Be like, be there this time, this stall.
Yes. Also, before we even get into the recap, obviously I'm wearing a prototype for our new merch that we will be dropping very soon. Once I figure out how to create this website for to actually be able to purchase, we'll have merch coming soon. I'm excited about that. Few different designs, so be on the lookout for that. But this is just a few this little prototype that we did that you can now be a part of the group chat officially.
Yeah, if anybody wants to walk around with my or his face on it, on your shirt, just let us know.
Right. Yes. Send us a DM, comment below if you're interested in having No MAAM merch, what kind of merch you want to see. We are still in the design phase. So we'll just be pretty much showcasing a lot of the new prototypes on the podcast. So be on the lookout for that. Now, let's get into episode 4. Overall, what was your thoughts?
It was a cute episode. I thought it had some really funny moments. It was I like this challenge. I think it was an interesting challenge. I was really confused about it, when they announced what the challenge was. I didn't really get it until the final results were shown. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. But I think overall it was a cute episode.
Me too. I think season 17, what I like is that this challenge, I won't get into any details until later on, but I thought this challenge was refreshing. Something new, kind of. Obviously, it was a play on, I think, season, what was that, 3 or something? Or was it 5? I think season 5 had this, where they did the voiceovers to previous iconic fights.
It was, but that was literally just voiceovers. It wasn't a song.
Right. So yeah. I like that they kind of remixed this and made it into a song. I thought that was cute. But overall, I'm with you. I thought the episode, it had some moments where I was like, really? But it wasn't a filler episode, I would have to say. So, which is good.
No, yeah, I agree.
All right. So the episode starts off with, it's kind of on the cusp of Lucky Stars' elimination by Joella. So the girls are just extremely emotional. Boo-hooing.
I mean, yeah, I told you I was really sad. And it was really sad to see her go that way. Her being eliminated in a look that is not her aesthetic. I feel like it added acid to the wound. I don't know. For me, it was just it just made me even more sad that she wasn't leaving authentically herself.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. If you put it that way, then yes, I understand. But what I thought was really funny, because a part of me I would have never thought I would have said this ever on the recap, was that I kind of agreed with Joella. Bitch, why they crying? Because that was me. Like, why they crying? But you know me, I'm not the emotional person. So I was like, bitch, why they crying? It's the first thing I said. And so when Joella said it, I was like, did I just agree with Joella? Like, am I delusional too? I'm
But
confused.
Joella's like two brain cells finally worked, and they were like, I think they like her better. You
Yeah,
don't say, bitch. You don't say.
that's true. That is true. She was
Yeah.
like, they're crying. I think they may like, she's like, I know that they care for me, but I think they may like Lucky more. Like,
Yeah. You don't
girl,
say. You
they
don't
do.
say.
They like Lucky more.
I was about to ruin something, but never mind. We can go on.
Oh my God, what'd you say? Say it.
I was gonna say, I wonder what the reaction is gonna be next episode after Joella's elimination.
I mean, well, spoiler alert. If you've seen the
I
episode,
mean,
then
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But true, I really can't wait. I mean, based on this Untucked, I don't think they will be really upset at Joella leaving, because they want Joella to be gone last episode. So I don't think anybody's gonna be heartbroken on her elimination.
Except
You know,
maybe all the LA people.
no shade, but we're gonna talk about that. There's some backlash from the LA like scene. So with
Mm,
Joella.
well,
Inflation too. Yes, I know. So back on the couch, we see that Arietti, bitch, is pressed that she didn't win. Like, she is
pressed,
pressed like a fucking
pressed.
panini. Girl is pressed.
She
She's
was
like
mad.
mad.
Yeah, and she was like, Sam Star won with that ugly ass like pixie cut wig or whatever the fuck she said. I was like, oh, she mad, mad. She
She was
really mad.
mad. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
also
know,
live for
and
the
I'm
shade.
true. She said with that ugly ass pussycat wig on. Like,
That's what it was. Yes.
but from a part of me understands Arietti, because it was a really great look, right? And she put so much in it, and you know, Arietti is like the look queen. But another part of me is like, but to me, it's like poor sportsmanship. Like,
Oh, fully, fully.
somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Like, that's the
That's
name of the
literally the
game.
name of the game, girl. Like, just step it up and do better next time.
Yeah. So I'm like, she should have been just really, to me, well, maybe it was a culmination of emotions. Obviously, she had a really great relationship or
Oh,
developing a really great relationship with Lucky Stars. So it probably was a lot of
yeah.
emotions.
Her top
And
just went away.
right, it was a lot of emotions for safe. Just saying.
You love saying that.
It's a lot of
Who was
emotions for
that? Who
safe.
said that?
Trixie, it's her milk.
Who was?
Yes,
It was.
iconic. That should have been one they would have did. It's a lot of emotions for safe. That would have been a really great theme. Just saying. So next time, maybe season 18. Maybe. Think about it. Okay, so I thought Sam winning the challenge last week or the week before last, I thought it made sense. So I kind of wasn't
Yeah.
upset that Sam won the challenge. Like, Sam did
No.
really great.
No, I agree. Yeah, she won.
Okay, so the next day, which was so random, but Lydia just asks the girls, because you know they're getting to know each other. She's like, "Does anybody know do any impressions of each other?" And I was like, "Bitch, this is
That
random."
was weird. I wonder what producer pitched that because they gonna get
Yeah.
fired. Or
Yes,
what writer or whatever.
I was like, "Bitch, this is random." But what I have to say is that Jules impersonating her Mona Lisa, picking off some fucking stones off her dress, that shit was funny. I can't even lie. Like, I had to give it to her. She's like, "You, this fucking Lexi trigger, take my fucking phones off this dress." I was like,
She
that is
was, I
funny.
mean, she was mad too. That day she was mad.
Carmona was pissed.
Was pissed.
Like, and then
But
the
girl,
shady, like, Sam was like, "I can do Arietti." I was like, fucking Sam, Samantha, that's a shady bitch. That was good.
yeah, that was good.
I was like, fucking Samantha. Arietti was even pressed. She was like, you know, pretty bitches don't have to say nothing, but like ugly bitches gotta say the most. And I was like, she got you. You gotta eat it. You gotta eat it.
I love how shady Ariadne is. I'm really loving Ariadne. I
She's
did not.
sober. In the Meet the Queens and the press week, they said Arietti was the villain.
They did. But I was like, really? She looks quiet. At least from the Meet Queens and everything, I was like, I didn't pay her much attention. I thought she was cute, yes, but she really has become one of my favorites. And also, like, she's Mexican, so gotta support.
You do have to support her just for by
Yeah,
default. But
yeah.
she's bringing it though, right?
She is.
This is
She
what
is.
I
She
like.
deserves it.
She's
Deserves it,
bringing the
yeah, fully.
looks, she's bringing the drama, and it could possibly be because she's like a younger queen, right? In aspects of like this. And so growing up on Drag Race, you know this is your moment. So like bring it, which I think is
Yeah,
great.
fully.
So we see Rue come in the workroom and she lets the queens know that the main challenge will require them to record songs for Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen, Volume 1 and Volume 2, which kind of takes iconic like drag race moments from previous seasons. You know what I find? One, I think this is great, is that we can now reference other seasons of Drag Race and do not have to reference outside.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, it's kind of crazy that it's gotten to be this big, which we've talked a lot about already.
Yeah.
But also, I just think it's a really fun way to kind of remind the younger audience of previous seasons. Because a lot of these people have not watched all those earlier seasons, so they don't know who any of these queens are. They don't know what any of these moments are. So I think it's very refreshing for them. And it's also very smart of the producers to kind of get them to watch those older seasons.
That's true. Because some of them I knew, right? Like right off the bat, when they said some of the words, I was like,
Bitch,
yes,
I am from Chicago.
like iconic.
Fix the
But
mug.
then some of them I was just like, I had to
That
think about
was
who said what.
the
When
only one where I was like, I don't know that one was Mariah's.
we write the stories.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck said that? Like, I was confused, but that's the only one because Candy
No, and
Muse.
unprofessional. I didn't know that one right off the bat.
Oh no, yeah, actually that one too. I forgot about that one. Yeah,
Because Latrice says it like in the speech, but it's not right away in the speech. Right? If it
yeah.
had been like romper room, I would have been like Latrice. Like, I know romper.
I feel like that should not have been one of the quotes used.
We'll talk about it. So, in order to choose the songs, the queens have to dig deep into Bruno's pink, hairy box. And I
Which I
have
know
to
you'd
say,
love to do.
first of all,
Oh, you love
anyways,
Bruno.
I do love Bruno. First of all, Bruno is big. Like, Bruno is like, it seemed like every season, Bruno gets bigger and bigger.
I need his trainer, or if he's a trainer, I need him to train me. Because girl, I need to lose
Girl,
this gut. I need to
I
lose
need
this
to use
gut.
this double chin. This chin is
I order some tapes so that I can just start.
right. I'll be on the Zoom calls and I'll be looking on the side. I'm like, I don't got a neck. There's no neck. Like, where the fuck is my neck? And I'm like, the fuck is my neck? The girls need to get on Ozempic. If you got Ozempic out there, please give it to Jhoany and myself. Because,
Please, or just tell us how to get it. Or
like,
just tell us how to get it for cheap. Because girl, you
right,
know,
because apparently we can't use Medicaid these days because the orange man done shut the shit off. Orange man done shut the shit off, so we can't use Medicaid.
dipshit, fucking asshole. No, I tried. Girl, I found a website. I forgot what the website was. I think it was Hims. I think it was that website. You know, the one that sells the ED
Hims,
pills.
yes.
But
Hims
they're
does have that.
selling it now. And then I put all in my insurance information and all that shit, and it came out to like it was like $600 a month. I was like, oh no, I'm good. No,
No.
thank you. It was more
We
than that, I think, actually.
let's just take our asses to like Planet Fitness and call it a day.
Not
Like,
Planet
that's
Fitness.
it. We gotta go to Planet Fitness.
I
Like,
don't
or
like
maybe
Planet
Blink,
Fitness.
because we're a little bougie, so we gotta go to Blink. We're bougie. We're bougie. We gotta go to Blink. One of those girls. I mean, listen. Planet Fitness got all the boys. They got all the trade. Planet Fitness got
But
all
I'll
the
be
trade.
distracted. I'll be distracted. I'll be too busy looking at bulges.
Like, we are distracted right now talking about fucking Bruno when we should be talking about the
Exactly.
recap.
I forgot what we were talking about. Girl.
Right? You see how that is? You see that? You see how Bruno got us? It's crazy. But anyways, so here is the choices that they got. So up first, we have Susie Toot, and she got You're Perfect. Obviously,
You're
that is
perfect.
Aja.
You're beautiful. You look like a model, Linda Evangelista. Did you
Like,
stone those tights?
so good. It's iconic. And Susie even said it. She was like, that is the one that she wanted because that's the one that resonated with her the most. And
Mhm.
it is the most iconic to her, which if you've grown up on season 9, like, duh. Like, so good. Next was Sam Star Quality. Like,
If
Candy
you ain't
Muse
got star quality,
single-handedly gave them the Emmy for that untucked moment. Single-handedly.
if you ain't got star quality, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Little
That
girl,
was so good.
like, I said what I
What
said.
I said. Oh my God, that's one. I think that has to be my favorite fight of all time.
So good.
I
It
actually
was so
had.
good.
I remember when the season came out or when the episode aired, Candy started selling arrogant necklaces,
Yes.
and I had one, and I would wear it like every weekend out. And then one day I got really drunk and I gave it away. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, "Fuck!
You
I
did
hate
have an
drunk
arrogant
Jhoany." Yeah,
necklace.
and I fucking gave it away.
You did. You did. You
Yeah.
did. You did.
So, Candy, if you're watching this and you got any more, send one to me, please, girl.
Finish joining. He needs one.
Yeah. Yeah. I promise I won't give it away this time.
No, he won't. I'll make sure he won't. Then we had On Your Nerves with Put Your Lighters Up. Obviously, Laganja with that horrible but yet iconic stand-up comedy routine.
Kind of like your vagina.
The edit with that old
I
lady.
mean, the edit made it so much worse, but it was not good. Love you, Ganja. Love you, the house down. But girl, what were you thinking? And the old lady says like, she's called my vagina dry. It might be true, but don't be like letting these old ladies laundry out to dry like that.
Then we had Lydia B. Collins, and she had No Class, No Manners. This one I had to think about because I didn't directly get the quote right away.
I did just because that was one of my favorite Latrice moments. Wait, no, sorry, this was Morgan. My bad. Yes,
No.
no,
Apparently you
not
didn't
me
get it
mixing
either.
up the. No, I was thinking about her when she was on Snatch Game. She was like, "No respect. These girls got no respect,"
Okay.
which was like the same episode as her quote, which is kind of
Yeah.
why I mixed that up. No,
Yeah.
but this is Morgan. Yeah, I don't know why they use that one.
Because it
Like,
was like, I don't like the title. Because they could have been like, bitch, I'm from Chicago.
no,
Because we
obviously,
would have
but
gotten
that
it right
was
away.
like Mystique side. Side would like I feel like they could have been like hit me or something like I don't know. No class, no manners. I just feel like wasn't the appropriate quote for that.
Yeah. So it took me a while to like think about it. And I was like, I think that's what it is. And
Hmm.
so I'm like, no class, no manners. But right away, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't get it. Like, it didn't click on me. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay. And then next we had Corey King. And so Corey King had Glamazon Bitch, obviously.
After a long night of hooking, fading like the session,
Yeah,
so he had gut in me, but I
right.
didn't die. I had crystallized. Now I'm a Gladysonian bitch ready for the runway.
Hello.
Iconic, iconic. What the fuck does he even think of that?
In the fucking chicken costume, girl. Like, come on.
Bejeweled chicken
Come
costume.
on now. Lana Jarre also picks No Class, No Manners, and she got the Morgan part.
Hmm.
So Lydia got to be Mystique and Lana gets to be Morgan. Then we had Lexi Love with This Is Your Moment. Obviously, the probably
I mean,
most
what is
recent iconic line. Like,
this is your
from Jasmine
moment?
Kennedy.
Have it. Yes. I mean, that's such an iconic moment for Jasmine.
You know, I
And I
wonder when she
love,
said it, did she think it was going to be as iconic as it is?
did she think that was gonna be her moment?
Yes,
We should ask her.
we should. We should.
We should ask her.
I wonder if she ever, like, when she said it, when it came out of her mouth, I wonder if she was like, maybe this will be a moment.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That was a good one. I also love that it was her trans sister that got it,
Yes,
Lexi. I would
yes.
say it was the drag gods, but it was, let's face it, the producers.
Listen, you can't be allegedly, you can't be giving out all the secrets. We don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Then we had Joella with Rewrite the Stories. Now, that one took me like maybe good 5 or 6 seconds for me to be like, Mariah
That was the
Paris
one that for
Balenciaga.
me was like, what the hell is that? Because I'm sorry. Mariah had some amazing moments. I just didn't remember that one at all.
That was a good one. To me, that wasn't even like Mariah's like best moment. My
No,
favorite Mariah moment was if she would have thrown that at me, I would have thrown it back.
I would no. She was like, I would have had to sock her.
Oh
I love
yes,
that moment. There was
yes.
another one. I'm trying to remember what it was.
And she was like, "Where's my purse?" And she was like, "Give me." She's like, "A pineapple." Where's my purse? She's like, and then she walks
No,
off. That was a good one.
I can't remember which one it was. There was another one that I've said before. I just can't remember right now. There's so many quotes.
Mariah, she's a meme queen. Mariah has some really good quotes back
I
in the
mean,
day.
yeah,
So
she's a Marvel girl.
she is. Then we had Jules Sparkles with Backrolls, and I mean, come on, you have to know Backrolls.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, Backrolls.
It's
I
the
just wish she
most
would have read it
iconic
in that
of
way where she
the
would have
kind.
been like, Backrolls.
She should have, yes. The editing gave her a moment, though. I can't lie.
It
They
did.
like paused it at the right time, but we really wanted more of the Alyssa-isms. Like, yes, it would have
Yeah.
been amazing.
Yeah. Fully.
But Jules gets to play the J. Jolie part, and that's very important with this challenge. In particular with Jules's like team. Which remember we said that. And then Crystal Envy gets unprofessional. Latrice with the outcome of the Snatch game. And I didn't think if they would have been like Romper Room, I would have been like, oh, Latrice. Like fully.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
Good God, get a grip, girl.
Good
Like
God, get a
that.
grip, girl.
That would have been
That.
like everybody would have been like, okay, because that was what the moment was.
You know what I just thought about this from that season, what I would have loved for them to use, but obviously they never will because of who said it. But your tone seems very pointed right now.
Oh my God.
Willow,
Yes.
that would have been
Yes.
iconic. Her fight with Fifi, well, like one-sided fight, because Fifi was going off and she was just sitting there trying to have a cocktail. She was like, your tone seems very pointed right now. Who's credit card?
Your tone seems very poignant right now. Like, Willem, hilarious. Then we had her Mona Lisa, I nominate myself. That was the first iconic quote.
Yeah,
It was the first
Chanel.
one.
Yeah, she was like, I'm very beautiful. Fuck, what was it she said? And you just don't see it, or whatever. So I nominate myself.
Yes. She's like, I love that you asked me that question. I nominate myself.
Yes.
Like, the face
When
crack of
not
the.
gonna lie, when they first said it, my first thought was not Chanel.
Who
My
was
first
it?
thought was Ben de la Creme with the lipstick.
No, but she
Yeah,
says, I'm going home.
I'm going home. Yeah, no, but for me,
Okay.
just the whole idea of like, oh, I nominate myself. My first thought was Ben de la Creme, not Chanel. And girl, you know it's been decades, at least a decade since I last saw season one.
I mean, this is true. This is, yeah. And if it was at least a decade for you, I'm an old bitch. So you know it had to be more for me. So I remember actually seeing it when it came out.
Oh no, I didn't. So I started watching Drag Race when season like right after season 4 aired, and I remember I tried to watch season one. But back then, if season one was referred to as the lost season because you couldn't find it anywhere at all. For several years, you could just not find it anywhere. So I never got to watch it until like I think like season 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I don't
And
remember.
then it came on like logo and he was able to see
Yeah,
it.
when they re-aired it.
And then we have Ariete and she gets Backrolls. But she gets the Alyssa Edwards part. So essentially she gets the iconic part.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was Alyssa's moment.
Yeah. That really was her moment. Backrolls.
Like, I don't think Jade knew that her shading Alyssa for her rolls in the back was going to be as
Girl,
iconic.
you had rolls over your back. It was disgusting.
Right? They could have did that, or they could have did the iconic Coco Montrese. Get her, Jade.
Get her. That would have been funny. Get her, Jade.
Like, get her, Jade. Like, that
Her
would have
sitting
been
there
even
just
better.
laughing is like iconic.
Like, that would have been good. And then last but not least, apparently we forgot, was Acacia forgot. She gets
I did
star
forget.
quality. So she got the Candy Muse part, which, first of all, we gave 2 white girls.
I
We
did
gave
not even
2 white
clock
girls.
that. I did not even clock that.
We gave 2 white girls the Banji parts.
I did not clock that at all.
Like the two whitest of the white girls. Bitch, we gave 2 of the country girls the Banji parts. How?
Yeah, that made no sense. I think they were too focused on trying to get Lexi, Jasmine's part that they forgot about the rest.
Right. Like, how did we do that? We gave the Banji parts to the 2 country girls? Come on now.
One of those should have gone to, that would have been actually, you know who I think really would have done that really well? So many girls. Jules. I think Jules would have ate that up.
As Candy. Yeah, she would have been really good.
Yeah, fully.
Maybe even Ariete would have been able to be like.
Jules and Ariete, I think, together would have been really good on that. Oh, well.
Maybe.
Moving on.
Maybe not. Right.
Moving on.
Okay. So, based on this lineup, which iconic line would you have on it?
I kind of want to say Backrolls, but I feel like that's kind of too iconic that I don't want to mess with.
Bitch, Backrolls is hard.
So, I think we forgot one.
No, I said everybody.
Joella.
No, I said Joella.
Oh, right. Ooh, let me forget it. I think I would have wanted Candy's part.
Yes. That would have been good.
Yeah,
You could do that. I would have
yeah.
wanted unprofessional. Unprofessional.
You would, yeah, that would be you. No, I would have
Unprofessional. Like,
wanted, yeah, no, no, I would have wanted Candy's part.
yeah, I would have wanted unprofessional because Latrice, I would have made Latrice's part so unhinged. Like, because I would have been the opposite of unprofessional. Like, I would have been so proper and she would have been it would have been so many levels to this. It would have been really funny though. But to me, I thought, one, the beat was great. Like, it was the most, like, you could evoke down to it. There was a
Yeah.
lot of things that you could have played with that beat. So whoever did that song for, like, Unprofessional, shout out to them because that was a good mix.
I think most of them were good, but it was just some of the girls didn't know how to like do the
True.
pro.
But speaking of that, right, when the girls are rehearsing or even at the planning sessions, we see Crystal Envy, like, taking charge. And I was
Oh
really
yeah,
surprised how organized she was.
fully. Like was the director, producer, like everything. Like the girl was taking charge. I loved it. I loved that for Crystal. I did not know she was like that.
No. And it wasn't, like, overbearing. You know how
But
sometimes they could do it, but it wasn't like that.
it makes sense though. She's a pageant queen.
True. True, true. This is
Yeah.
true. I mean, we saw Sam a little bit do it, but I don't think that one had as organized of like a kind of like a leader, like someone who was taking charge in group
No,
setting.
like she was like fully like directing the whole thing. Like you
Fully.
can do this, you can do that, this, and
Yes.
that. Like bring your
Yes.
wigs, bring extra clothing, everything.
Yes. Speaking of wigs, she said bring extra shake and
And
goes. Because if you're going to be in different scenes, you want to look different. You don't want to have the same wig. So people know
yeah,
that you're different. And Mama, Miss Mona Lisa,
I never wore a shake and go wig before. Girl, how
Jewel,
that's the shake and go on your head.
she said, baby, that is a shake and go.
Yes. Yes. Fully. Did you see she gave that wig to fuck Nisha Lopez for what's the bar called?
Yes, Roscoe's.
Roscoe's, yes. Yeah. She donated it to Roscoe's, which I think is
Yes.
iconic.
So iconic. But
We got it.
apparently, there is some shade going on, or people upset at, I guess somebody was talking about Shake and Go as if it was
Hmm.
like a transphobic.
Girl. Girl.
Shake and Go is a
No.
wig. It's an actual
Yeah.
wig.
Yeah. Like no. People need to start taking everything so literally
Listen,
into heart. Like,
the fake
girl,
outrage is annoying to me. Like, the fake outrage, it's annoying.
there's more
Everyone,
things there's more important things they should be outraged about.
right. And not
You
a
know,
Shake and Go. That's the
yeah,
least of
no.
your worries.
You know what it's kind of giving? Have you ever watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians? At least like the earlier seasons,
Of course.
when Chloe's in jail and like Kim is like taking selfies in the car. That's what it's kind of giving to me. Like, girl, worry about your sister in damn jail and stop taking those damn selfies. Like
Like,
when what's her
fully.
name? Chris is like, Kim, your sister's in jail. Like that's what it's giving.
Like, the awareness is not there. Like, the
No,
outrage is it's crazy. But yeah, apparently people were upset that I guess some of the queens were like making comments about a Shake and Go as if it was transphobic. But girl, like, nobody was coming for her Mona Lisa being trans. Her
no,
wig is an actual Shake and Go.
yeah, like girl,
And Shake and
educate
Go is a
yourself before.
brand. It's a wig brand. It's a name. It's a kind of a wig, but it's also the company that makes Shake and Go wigs. It's called Shake and Go.
Yeah, girls, educate yourself before you start coming for the girls.
Right. Like, you literally take the wig out the box, shake it, put it on your head,
I
and
mean, they're
go.
not cute, but you know, if it works for
And
you,
go. Like, shake and goes. A lot of pussycat wigs are shake and go wigs.
yeah.
Like, we've seen some shake and go wigs in person. I'm not gonna say
Girl,
names. I'm not gonna do that on the podcast. But
if you get me drunk, I will. So somebody buy me a bottle of wine and I'll.
we've seen some shake and go wigs and girl. But let's talk about the rehearsals. Okay. Can we start by talking about who had the amazing idea to make Crystal Envy a fucking tumbleweed?
I need to know how that happened because that I think was the best moment of the whole episode. One, like I thought, like she said, I thought it was gonna be one take of her just tumbleweeding, and I didn't know how she was gonna do it. I thought maybe like I did not know how it was gonna go, but seeing her literally like tumbleweed, like back and forth for I forgot how many takes, hilarious. Like, I
It was
know her
iconic.
back was hurting, her head was hurting, her whole body was hurting, and bitch still did it.
Iconic. It was iconic.
Yeah.
Literally
Like, who
iconic.
thought of that? I need to know how that
Envy
happened.
is going to go down as the queen who did tumbleweeds, who
Yeah,
tumbled on RuPaul's Drag Race.
really.
That was her moment, and she had it, and she was a tumbleweed. So amazing, Crystal. But then the day before the Queen's obviously, or it's probably like the day before or the day of the main challenge, we get to see that the Queens have obviously, when they're doing their makeup, and that's kind of when we get those producer like pushed questions. In other seasons, it didn't feel as non-organic as the editing on this season does.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like we know that this has always been a thing. Like the producers, like the girls have always said, the producers are like right next to you or like under the tables and be like, hey, ask this girl this. Like ask this girl about her dead mom, whatever. But it felt a little more natural. I feel like all the questions this season, or most of them, have felt very unnatural. And like you could tell that somebody's like at like next to them being like, hey, ask about this. And I just feel like it kind of takes you out of the illusion of it for a bit. Like it should come naturally, or like it should feel like it's coming naturally, even though we know it's
Right.
not.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I love that Lexi Love was able to open up and tell her story. I think it's an
Oh,
amazing story
fully.
to tell.
It doesn't take away from that.
Right. I think it's really great to see her background and how that has shaped her as a drag queen and all the obstacles and hardships that she has to overcome. It just came out of nowhere. Or
Yeah,
at least the edited made it seem like it came out of
it
nowhere.
really was. Like that's really what it felt like. And again, it's not the first time this season where it's kind
Right.
of felt like that.
Yeah. And then obviously on what is Anya and Joella's conversation, where Joella was asking her, like, Anya, you're really like in tune with your culture. Can you talk to me a little bit about that? Girl.
Yeah,
What? What?
girl might as well have been reading from a script. Like, girl, great conversation to have. Absolutely a conversation that needed to be had because I actually resonated with that conversation quite a bit of having difficulty connecting with the culture. But again, it just felt very unnatural. The beginning felt very unnatural because once they start going, like it feels
Right.
natural.
Yeah.
But like, just find a better way to segue it in there.
I thought she was reading off the behavioral interview guide.
No, it really did feel like she was reading like a paper. Like that's what it felt like.
I was like, she was like, can you tell me a little
Girl,
bit about that? It was like, tell me about a time when. And I was like, what is this?
like it really was. So we know if she hadn't gone home this episode, she probably would have gone home for an acting challenge, girl. Let's be real. Or an improv.
Right. Because I was like, tell me about a time when, your culture became. And I was like, what in the behavioral interview guide? What is going on? Like,
I
come
would.
on now.
It
This
would
is
have been
crazy.
funny if Anya would have been like, "I'm sorry, could you repeat the question, or could you give me an example? Could you clarify?"
Can you clarify? Like, what? But yes, I thought it was a really great, both conversations. I thought it was an amazing point to make. I thought it was a really great
Hopefully,
conversation to have. It just didn't feel as organic as I have wanted it to feel or has felt in the past. And
yeah, no,
so
fully,
it was kind of like, producer, it's like, come on, try not
yeah.
to force feed these conversations. Let it happen organic or try to at least edit it to make it seem like it's happening organic.
Or just
That's
give them a
all.
little push, but don't just give them the whole fucking answer. Like,
Exactly.
girl,
Exactly. So let's get into the runway. So the category is quilted for your pleasure, which I didn't think there was a bad theme. I just didn't like this theme for this cast.
yeah, I fully agree with that. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think any of these queens could really necessarily pull that off. Like, I would have loved to see like older, more
I think two of them
experienced
did really
queens.
well. In my opinion, I think two of them
No,
did an
no, some of them
amazing
did do
job.
really good, but in terms of like as a whole,
Oh yeah.
I don't think there was an. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't
Mm,
think there was an ugly look.
mm, mm-hmm.
But I just feel like if this had been done on an earlier season, they would have killed it. Like it
Yeah.
would have been better.
Like a Raja. Can you imagine? Can you
Raja would
imagine
have. Oh
what
my
Raja would
God.
do? Like
Yes.
a Raja,
Or Manila even.
a
Raja
Manila,
Manila. That
a
would have been a great season to
Trinidad,
do it on.
a Shea
Season
Coulee,
3, Trinity.
Shay,
Trinity.
Trinity, Raja,
Trinity would eat that the
Manila,
shit the fuck up. Monique.
Monique. Can you?
Yes. Oh, sorry,
Yes,
Mo.
Mohart. Yes,
Mo.
they would have. They would have ate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the fashion girlies would have ate. Yeah.
Yes, fully.
Utica.
I mean, well, she technically did.
She
She technically did. Because,
did. That's
well.
good.
Oh,
You know what?
actually,
She
because
did.
one, she made it on her
She did.
season,
Yeah.
but also because she made
We'll get into that, yes.
Yeah,
But I
she
guess
made
we
a
can
look.
start there. We can talk about Lexi. Like
Yeah. So
she
she
made
made
Lexi
Lexi's
look.
look. Yeah, and I mean it was amazing. Like it was a really good look. Like that was high fashion. Like it looked really good. It fit her really well. I was not expecting somebody to come out in black, in all black, because that's not what I think of when I think quilt.
But it was
But the
black
looks
and
really
gray
worked.
though. It was
Yeah,
black and gray and it worked. Yeah.
it
It was
worked
good.
really well. She looked beautiful. I love the hat. I love the hat. I think and all the jewels on it. Like I thought it was just really good.
Yes. Utica did that thing. Like
Yeah,
Utica can
but like
fucking
literally
sew.
when they announced it, I was like, oh my God, I would have ate this.
Yeah.
And I love Lexi's look. And then I didn't realize, I think it was like 2 days later when I saw Lexi's social media post like thanking Utica or like posting about Utica. I was like, oh my God, of
Utica
course she
made it.
did. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. This was over for me. I thought Lexi, it was over for me. Like, hands
For
down.
me, it was a yes man.
Okay.
Utica's look on her season, that was an over for me.
Hands down.
Yeah,
Like,
fully. She should have won that challenge. No
she should have
shade
won that
to
challenge.
who was that? Was that Georges?
Sidebar. Speaking of design challenges, that would make for an amazing episode for us to do. Is like the most like iconic designs from a design challenge. Just saying. Yeah.
That's gonna be a long ass episode.
I
But
mean, it
yes,
won't be, but we could do like maybe like top 15. I think there's the top 15 looks that some of these girls have done.
international or
See,
just US?
just US.
There's some.
We could do some international. No, maybe one. Lauren Cheney. I love Lauren Cheney's look.
Maybe just US. It's a lot.
Okay.
There's like 50
But
seasons out there.
we'll still
We need
develop in more
unlimited.
detail.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Anyway,
next was Lydia B. Collins. And okay, now I know some of the
be
queens out
nice.
there. I know some of the queens. I know some of the fans who watch No MAAM, listen to us, interact with us on Instagram. Y'all stan Lydia. I
Oh,
don't understand Lydia's drag. And it's okay. I don't think I'm her target audience because this is a No MAAM. Everything so far Lydia has been like put on the thing for me has been No MAAMs. Now there's some people who go up for Lydia. I'm just not seeing it. And this is another example of me not understanding that I don't get it. I'm confusion. But
yeah,
that's
I
just
didn't
me
like
personally.
this. I didn't like this. I didn't understand why the rips were where they were. Not my favorite color palette. I don't know. I didn't like it. It was no man for me.
It was a No MAAM for me, obviously. But she said she was the couch that the cats
I
peed on and ripped.
yeah, but like it wasn't giving that to me necessarily. And I get that she had the cat like hanging on and that was kind of cute and campy. But like for me overall, like I just know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next was Lana Del Rey. And honestly, it was a yes man for me. I had a few critiques. I wish it would have been bigger.
I wish there was more. Like maybe if she had brought it down a little bit longer. I like that she actually brought it down to, like even though like he technically didn't bring the whole thing down to her feet, she added something to her feet to kind of connect it to the rest. So it just
I
wasn't
didn't like
like
that.
this.
I wanted
No,
it to
I
be
like it.
different. I don't know. It
No,
was weird for me.
first of all, girl, you're the one that always says bring it down to to the floor. Oh,
Pro tip.
don't contradict yourself.
I just didn't
I
like
really like
pee.
the hair though. Okay, that's fair. But I really like the hair. I really like that like very chopped, very colorful, very like avant-garde kind of hair. I thought that was really
It
nice.
was given
And it
very much for a
complemented,
kid.
yeah, it was, and it complemented the dress really well.
Yes. And her makeup was good. I gave this a
I mean, her
yes man,
makeup's always good.
but like a soft yes. Like with one
Okay,
S.
yeah, same. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Then next we had Joella. Ciao. Joella. You know what? This may be controversial. This may be controversial. And no, I'm not going to say what you think I'm about to say. I am kind of living for the fact that it took a lot of nerve for that
Well, it
bitch
do
to
take
come out
nerve.
in a fucking mattress.
It takes nerve. It just was not a good mattress. Like, first of all, when she turned around and revealed Rue, I'm sorry, but she made Rue look like she made Rue look like she was having a stroke.
She did.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, if I were Rue, I would have sent her cease and desist. Like, girl, I would have sued her ass for defamation. Like, I don't look like that.
No. Everybody was confused.
I get what she was going for, but like the judge said, it just swallowed her up. Like, you could not see her face. It was literally just like a floating mattress, and it was not even a good mattress. Like that's
It had no
not a mattress I
shape.
would like to fuck on.
It had no shape. It was no like
I just didn't like
reveal.
it.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. Yeah, no, ma'am. No, wait, what was it? It's a Jova. I'm
It's a
sorry.
Jova. It's a Jova.
I'm sorry, Ambrosia. We're stealing your line. It's a Jova.
Yes. Shout out to Ambrosia for giving us that, because this was a no fucking ma'am. Next was Arietti. So for me, I thought the look was a yes ma'am, but only because it did not fit the category. But it was such an amazing garment.
So I will give it a meh because I agree with you that it was an amazing garment. The bitch looked fucking good. I love this. Like the black contradicting like that fabric. I thought it was really nice. But it didn't fit the critique. It didn't fit the criteria.
It didn't. But
So
if I'm
that's
gonna
why I give it a
go,
meh.
but if I'm gonna be standard, because I did the same thing with Lexi's Love's look with the Is It Cake runway, and I gave it a yes ma'am, and it did not fit the theme. So I'm doing the same thing for Arietti because it reminds me of that look.
Oh, now you don't want to contradict yourself.
Nope.
Anyway, back to Arietti. I will get into the judges' critiques because there's some shit I want to say.
Yes, go ahead. Speak your mind.
Michelle, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly, girl. No, okay. So I'm just tired of her choosing a queen every single season to kind of give that bullshit critique of like we need to like we like she said, which I think was contradictory when she said it's not that I want you to change yourself because I would never do that, but I want you to change your makeup. And girl, you just said you don't want her to change herself. Like that's exactly what you want. If I was Arietta, I would have called her out on it. Like, no, girl, that's exactly what you want me to do. And she always chooses a queen to do this with, and it's always an alternative queen. She never says this to any of like the traditional like pageant queens or anything like that. So I just don't like that. Like, girl, let her do her makeup the way she wants to do it. Like, she has shown us versatility, like a lot. Like, one of the queens who has shown us the most versatility this season so far. Just because you don't like her makeup, girl, calm down.
You know,
And
I
I
love
don't even like Arietta's makeup, but I will not ask her to change it.
But I love that you brought that up because obviously I've been seeing some discourse about Michelle's comment towards Arietti. And I was on Twitter and Dawn had a really great response to someone talking about like Michelle, right? Obviously with Michelle's comment. And because Dawn got that similar critique with the elf ears, you know, in her season. And so Dawn said Michelle's critiques has helped Dawn like change up her makeup and be versatile with it. But she would prefer if Michelle not only gives that type of critique to not only the alternative drag queens,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
also
But
the
to
traditional
everyone.
drag queens as
Yeah.
well. Right?
Yeah, the ones who always paint the same face.
Right. So maybe even challenge the traditional makeup of the pageant queens to try to think outside the box and maybe get creative some days, right? Like give them those critiques instead of always giving the alternative queens critiques to say, hey, you need to turn down your makeup.
Yeah, no, I think that's bullshit. And I agree with Dawn.
Yeah. So Dawn had a really great point, and I thought that was good that you brought that up. Next, we had Jules Sparkles. And at first, I did not like the look. But as I kept watching it back, I liked it. And so she got a yes ma'am for me because it was a total different silhouette for Jules.
No, I like it. It was a yes ma'am. I like that it still kind of looked like it was like quilted, but it looked very like high fashion and also not quilted at the same time. I don't know. I thought it was really good. I really liked it, and I really like the color on her. Like, I think she should wear this color more often.
Yeah, I mean, and that red hair.
The red hair suits her. The red hair.
That red hair was good. She was giving me like real like Chung Li with the spike.
I can see that.
It was good. Shout out to Glitter Bomb Wigs because they did that hair too. So shout out to them. They're coming with all the hairstyles. Like I'm saying, the Tuck Dynasty is not playing with the girls. Like they're not. Cannot wait
at all.
Pomona Lisa was next. And it was a meh ma'am for me, but it was not a bad look.
For me, it was a yes ma'am because I feel like out of all the looks on the runway, this one fit the category the best. It was a good look. Was it something outstanding, something to write home about? No, but I think it fit the criteria the best, and I thought she looked good. Like that fully looked like she just got her grandmother's quilt and just like made a dress out of it in the best way possible.
I just wish she would have just showed off the bathing suit. We got to see it in, like, when she turned around and you could see that she was taking it off. But I just wanted to, because otherwise it kind of swallows her up a little bit. I just wanted a little bit more shape from her and just maybe make it bigger or something. Because the colors to me just looked a little drabby. I know they're the trans colors. I thought it was amazing. I still think the look is great.
Again,
but I just want a little bit more.
This gives me quote like those drabby, like, damn, I had some pants, but I threw them out. I made some pants out of like a quilt before, and like it was giving that, like, in terms of like the colors being very dull and like aged. Like that's what I got from it. So I
No,
thought,
she looks good.
yeah, no, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy because obviously we dragged her Mona Lisa for her Meet the Queens look. And we dragged her because we was like,
But
what the
they've been
hell?
cute so far, apart from that
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, her Mona Lisa. And she has body. Like,
She
she
do.
pads very well
She
when
does.
she's on the runway. I'm like, wow, her Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Like, I just wish she would have gave me more from the Meet the Queens. Like,
Girl.
come on.
Girl. I mean, we're not getting back into that because she's gonna piss me off. But
Right. Next was a look that I thought was amazing, and that was Crystal Envy.
oh, that was so good. Another one that actually, like, I feel like really fit the criteria. She looked amazing, and the fact that it was basically two looks in one, like two separate, like, quilted looks, I thought
Yeah.
just made it even better because that coat, whatever it was that she had on, looked really good, and then underneath with the red padding looked really good. I thought she looked amazing.
Yes, it was an over for me. My only critique is the fact that the coat had red lining and her jumpsuit was red too. So we lost a little bit of her shape because everything was red on red. So if she would have had maybe some nude paneling at the waist to cinch it or make
Okay.
it give the illusion that it had been cinched, it would have been amazing. But that is just me nitpicking. But aside from that, the fucking look was amazing. Crystal
Yeah, for me,
is bringing it on the fucking runway.
it's not quite an over for me. It's very high yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's yes with two S's, but not three?
Yes.
Okay. I can see that. Okay. Okay, Alyssa. I see you. Next was Susie Toot. And I'll let you go first. What did you think?
Let me fucking remember what she wore. It was a meh. No, it was a
Oh
meh.
my God.
It was a
Yes,
meh.
it was. Yes, it was.
It was a meh. It was a good look. She looked good. She looked cute. I like how long it made her look, but it did not fit the criteria. It did not fit the category. That was not a quilted look.
It didn't look quilted. It was a quilt. It was very drabby. Like, it was a quilt. I remember going to, like, an aunt's house, and they had a quilt, like a grand aunt who had a quilt that looked just like that, and it looked just like that. And it was one of those
Okay.
things you just put there and just throw it on the fucking couch. Just throw the shit on the couch. Just throw it there. I give her credit because she changed her makeup. She wasn't giving Betty Boop this time,
She did
which
look good.
obviously, like, the makeup was fine. I just didn't like it. I just thought it was boring, and I wanted more. Like, I'm a greedy person. Give me more. And she didn't really give me what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. She looked beautiful yesterday, though. Shout out to her.
She looks really good. Yeah. I remember I had to say, I was like, oh my God, her makeup is everything now. But yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, girl, it's been a year
It's been like a year since they filmed, yeah. Or
since they
not.
filmed this.
Well, no, it's been like 8 months or so. 10 months maybe
Probably
at this
so.
point. I don't know, girl. A while.
Next we had Sam Star. What did you think?
Hell, Sam Star. This is a good look. It's cute. It's a yes, ma'am. But we've seen this before. We've seen this before. So for me, it's a soft yes, ma'am. It's a yay, ma'am. But she looked good. She looked beautiful. I think out of all the looks that we've seen of people attempting this, she's looked the best. She looks the best. Like it's the most polished one we've seen so far. But like Cognac did a similar thing. Judy, not Judy G. Judy Derclea did it in España. Like it's something we've seen before. So for me, that's why I wasn't like living for it. I'm like, oh, okay. But she looked really good.
I gave Sam Star an over.
Oh,
Because one, Samantha, I love Samantha. Okay,
you
I
do.
love Sam Star. Like, I'm a Sam Star stan. Because I swear, if I was ever to be a drag queen, I would be a pageant queen. I love pageant queens. It is the details. The details matter
Or I'd be
to
a
you,
bar
me.
queen through and through.
You would be a bar queen, which is no problem. No shade to that. I think that's great. But that fits your personality. That doesn't fit my personality. I'm very proper. I'm very proper. I'm very like, and the details in that look was so good. Then she turned up and was like, I woke up like this. When she turned around, oh my gosh. But what I also love is that this was Chantel's step down look from one of the pageants that she did. And so
Okay, we love
Sam was
recycling.
able to like reuse the look. And obviously they made some like enhancements to the look and everything to fit Sam. But that look was amazing.
No, I mean, it's a good look. Literally, the only reason I wasn't like dying over it was, again, because I feel like we've seen it before. That's it.
Okay. So I was like, Samantha, you better bitch.
I was about to say, you were going to say, you better bitch, aren't you?
Literally, you better bitch. Because she did it. She did the damn thing.
You did.
Samantha, you better bitch. Okay? It's the third you better bitch you got from me. So listen, you on a fucking roll. All right? Don't fuck it up, Samantha.
Gross.
Jules, I need you to get a you better bitch. Like, you got a you better bitch from the first episode. Jules, I need you to come through. Like, come on now. We're rooting for you. We are rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Now, the next one is I never thought I would give this queen a yes ma'am for a look on the runway. But Acacia forgot.
It was a yes. Another one that I think fit the prompt really well.
Yes.
I think she looked really good. It was a really cute dress on her. I think this is the best she's looked on the show so far.
Yes. Fully.
Yeah. Yes,
I put
ma'am.
the same thing. I put the
Yes,
same thing
ma'am.
in my notes. Literally said it was the best she's looked so far.
Yeah.
Like, it fit her brands. It's very country, very
I
on
was about to
brand.
say it was giving very country,
Like
very
it
old
was
school
fun.
country. Yeah.
And then last but not least, we had Corey King.
Miss Plain Jane, Atlas. Why'd you have to sabotage her like that? Y'all hate your sister that much? But no, I don't think it was hideous. It wasn't horrible, but it did not fit her at all.
No.
Like it was very ill fitting. You could see like her boob coming out. The overall look is, I think, had it fit better, probably would have been a meh. It's a no man for me.
Yeah. No, it's no ma'am. It was no ma'am.
I love Plain Jane. I love Atlas. Like they've done some amazing things, especially Atlas, love her. But like this is not one of those things.
Well, Plain did say in her Instagram story that she'll take a little bit of responsibility for this because in her mind she thought the tulle or whatever fabric she was using to stuff the quilt was going to do more, and then she said it ended up just being blah. We got to give
I
Plain
mean,
a
yeah.
little credit because she
Okay,
did take a little
yes.
bit.
Yeah, sometimes things happen that are out of your control, especially when working with fabric.
Right.
Especially when it's
But in
traveling
her
like
mind,
10,000 miles.
that's true too. Yeah.
I
But in
also
her
just hated
mind,
that.
though, she thought it was going to work.
I feel like I could fully see Plain in this, especially with that little hat, because that's a very plain thing to do.
Very plain thing to do. Yes. But no shade. Plain would never have you see the titty bib. Ever.
When she turned
Ever.
around, I was so fucking mad. And you
No
could
shade.
see it.
But what you not gonna get from Plain Jane.
Yeah, she's not gonna
Okay?
break the illusion. Oh my God.
Never,
Speaking of titty
never.
babe, that look she did, fuck, what was that look she did for? The one where she had like those big old titties, the
What was it?
tattoos.
It was the VMAs. The
I
Video
think
Music
so.
Awards.
But like I have stared at that picture for hours and I can still not clock where the fuck her body, like her skin ends
No,
and
it's
where the
not.
prosthetic begins.
No, it's a
It's
full prosthetic.
unclockable.
No, it's a
Yeah,
full
but even
body.
then, like
Focus on the back.
I've looked at every inch of her body and I'm
Yes.
like, where the fuck does
Oh
this
yes.
start?
Yeah.
Like,
No, it was a full. She got a full body prosthetic that she
yes,
had to peel off.
but even then, like sometimes, like depending on how you're moving, like you can see like creasing or something. Like I could not clock that at all. Like I was like, where does bitch get these titties from? I need her doctor. Like
No,
it
but
was,
Plain will is she's a genius when it comes to the body. So
yeah,
like the illusion, she will give you the illusion.
fully.
And we gotta give her credit for that. So
And also, it not peeling off is amazing too. Because girl with titties that big, like I'm surprised it didn't just fall off. But
yeah.
anyway, we're digressing.
Yes.
On to Anya.
Anya. You know, honestly, I okay. This may be controversial. To me, it was a meh ma'am,
I
only
agree.
because I wanted it bigger, right? But
I want to.
I have a quilt just like that in my house. Literally, no, I got the reference right away. I knew exactly what she was doing. It's been passed down from traditions, so we have it. I just wanted it to be bigger, make it longer, make a train out of it, do something, exaggerate it, but something.
Yeah, it was just very plain. To me, I agree it was a meh. I just wanted it to be more grand, especially with this, like the color scheme, the fabric. I just wanted it to be very grand, and it was not that.
Yes. And that's the only thing that I've been like. Anya has not given bad looks so far. Like, none of her looks have been
Well,
bad,
that
but
was
they've been
one.
very pedestrian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's my only critique so far. Hopefully, in the later portion of the seasons, we probably will see more of it. But like, I just think so far is that they've been almost there, but they've just been a little too safe. And
Yeah.
she's been getting by because her personality is amazing. Like, she has such an infectious personality that you just want to gravitate towards on your nerve, right? But I just want the look to be a little bit more drag. Like,
Yeah.
make it big for the main stage. Like, just make it big. Just make it grand. That's all I care. Like, just scale
Yeah.
it up like 2 times.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so now on to the challenge. We won't go through the whole entire challenge, but like, who were some of your standouts?
Anya, after just shitting on her. Anya, no, she fully ate that up.
Anya devoured.
Like that jazz performance was amazing. Like you could not tell me she was not singing those fucking lyrics up there. Like she did so good, especially the scatting. Like girl, that was so good. Who else did really good? I know who did it. And actually want to talk about this. Joella, girl, she did not take us to church. She took us to fucking hell with that performance.
I just didn't like that she took the wig off.
She was just so monotone. Like girl, that's your moment, the moment for you to just go all out. And then when they were giving her critiques, and the judges were like, "You went all out," blah blah blah. No, she didn't. She had not one emotion on her face. I did not want to go to church at all. Like no, like she should have gone balls to the wall with that.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I would have actually. That's the one I would have wanted, just for the fact that it was a gospel song, and I feel like I would have eaten that up because that bitch did that song absolutely no justice.
No,
No
the
justice at all.
I was about to say the backup dancers, but
Backup
the
dancers
backup
did.
queens, they did better.
No, they ate that up. But like, girl, how you can just gonna let them outdo you like that?
I liked Crystal. I thought Crystal's commercial was great.
It was good. It was cute. No shade, but I just liked hers as Tumbleweed better, just because it was so iconic. Not that her performance was bad.
I thought it was good. I thought she directed the whole entire like commercial to be really good.
Yeah.
When she did the thing, and she went over there and she pointed to the girls on the couch and they all put up the zeros. Amazing.
No, yeah, hers was really good. You know who my favorite was though? Corey Kane. I'm totally kidding. I just wanted to see your face. But that was horrible. Girl, the fuck were you doing? Sitting on eggs? Like what? What was that?
Corey, you a danger girl. Big.
Corey, get your shit together. Love you. I want to love you and I want to gravitate towards you because I thought you'd be really funny. And I want to support you so bad, but girl, you need a little more bacon in the oven.
I don't know. I keep saying I can't get into Corey King because I don't know who Corey King is.
Exactly that. Like
it's really hard for me.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't understand. It's confusing. I liked Jules,
but
she
was doing the wrong fucking role. She was not Jay Jolie. She was Alyssa Edwards, which she was supposed to be Jay Jolie.
She fucked that shit up.
Ariadne, how you just gonna let her take your role like that, girl? How are you gonna let? No, wait, never mind. She's not white.
I'm just saying.
No, I was gonna say, how are you gonna let another colonizer just steal her shit like that again? She was not white.
She's not white.
Yeah, I forgot.
She's not white. So at this
She's not white.
They both got colonized.
Latino on Latino crime, though, girl. In this world, in this day and age, no, we don't do that.
It's not the first time.
No, it's not. It definitely won't be the last time.
We've seen it. We've seen it happen on this previous election. Yeah.
Did you? Oh my god! Did you see the picture that's going around social media?
Yes, with the
Latino I haven't verified
T-shirt and
getting deported.
Yeah,
I haven't verified its legitimacy, but I was just so happy when I saw it, even if it's fake. I was like, yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen.
It really is. That's what's happening. It's unfortunate though, but I liked Jules was good. Hermona surprised me. She was funny.
I wanted more. It was cute, but I wanted more.
Bitch was plucking her nose hair in the mirror.
It was funny. I just wanted more. I don't know.
And then Lexi was also good too, though. But Lexi's part, it took me a while to get it.
I was about to say, I just didn't get it.
Okay, so this is what I got. It was given. Have you seen the movie The Substance?
I'm not actually. I'm a bad guy. I've been meaning to watch it, but like, girl, I have a whole long list of things to
So you
watch.
know when you were like, what you've seen Showgirls?
Yes, girl, who hasn't?
Of course, right? So you know how sometimes when you're like those tiger moms where they put so much into their children because they see like their children and they want their children to be successful, but they realize that like it's not their moment anymore.
You
So
mean
that's what Lexi was channeling. Like
uh,
there's a new Supreme and she's like, this is your moment. I should be able to beat you in the lip sync. I should do all this. And then as the scene goes on, her energy is like she's losing it because the
okay.
other person, she's giving the moment to the
I
other
mean,
person.
okay, I guess. I just feel like if you gotta explain it, is it really that good? Love
Not
you,
you,
Lexi, but like,
not you taking my line because that is what I said the last time.
yeah, like, did you? I don't remember.
Like, if you have to, you got to tell us what it is. That means
It's
it's
not
not
good.
good.
Yeah,
But honorable mention, Susie Toot. She
he
was
did.
living
I was
the
not just.
rocker
I was
fantasy.
just about to say Susie too, because that bitch in front of that mirror
Yes.
with the guitar, like, bitch was good. Bitch was everything,
She,
and she looked really good. This was not her aesthetic at all, but she ate that.
she did. Maybe it is. You never know. She may pull a Lucy LaDuca. Because now, Lucy LaDuca is like a rocker chick now. So,
No, I don't really pay attention to her.
shade. All right. So, well, she's from Connecticut, so you wouldn't know. So we find
The
out.
tri-state dump. No
So we
shade, no,
find.
no.
No shade.
The
No,
Connecticut
no,
girls
no.
are gonna come for me.
No shade. So we find out that the tops of the week are Ani Nerves, Susie Toot, and Crystal Envy, and the bottoms of the week are Corey King, Arietti, and Joella. Did you agree?
Yeah.
For the most part, I thought
Yeah.
it was good. And then we find out that Anya wins the challenge, making her the new frontrunner. So that's also very important too, because when it comes to track record, so far Anya has the best track record.
Has she?
She came out of nowhere. Yeah, she came out of nowhere. Her and Susie, they're like tied. They have the best track record so far. They
Okay.
both have
Yeah. No.
like a high win and like the same amount of safes. And the
Okay.
other ones just have like a top 2 a win and then safe.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean she fully deserved that win.
Well, she ate. She like
Yeah.
devoured the whole entire like
Again,
that
you cannot
episode
tell me the bitch was not singing those
was her
lyrics.
episode. Like
Yeah.
that was her episode.
Besides the look.
Right. And then we see that Joella and Corey King end up in the bottom 2, and they have to lip sync to Buttons by Pussycat Doll, featuring Snoop Dogg.
Homophobic.
I was really confused as to why they used a Snoop Dogg version, especially the timing could have not been even worse. That man just,
And they definitely could have edited his part out.
yes, because he just performed.
Or at least minimize it. Because I do think a big part of Joella losing was that she didn't know a single word of that verse, which is fine. Because girl, we're not holding you back for that. We're not faulting you for that because why the fuck would we want to know his part?
Right.
So you're saying you're okay in my book for that. But
Yeah.
like, they definitely could have edited him out.
You know what I thought was really shady? And I'm not sure if you picked up on this, but when she took the mattress off her face, somebody in the back said, "Thank you."
Thank you. I don't know who said that.
I want to know who said that. If y'all know who said that, please comment below because we gotta know who said that.
But I also feel like that was just everyone's thought as soon as she took it off. I really like when she turned around and she was trying to get Rue to dance, but it looked like she was having a fucking seizure. Like I fully thought we were about to get another "I need to take it off" moment. And I was like, oh my god, did this bitch not learn from Valentina?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it was bad. But even in that moment, even if she didn't know like Snoop Dogg's rap, she should have just played with it, like played along, did something really funny, comedy. But to me, honestly, this lip sync it could have been a double elimination. I thought it was probably in the top 10 of probably the worst lip syncs we've ever had on Drag Race.
I don't think it was that bad. I think we've had worse. It was very crunchy all around. I think Corey attempted to do some things. That weren't quite the best executed, like the wig almost falling off, like or that no. But she tried to be a little sensual. I just maybe she had had a different outfit on. Maybe she could have done it better in a different way.
I thought this was probably one of the worst lip syncs we've had. Top 10, probably 10.
I don't think so. We've had some really bad ones.
This was bad.
Like
I mean,
top
this
20
is up
maybe.
there.
Top 20
this is
maybe.
up there with Max with Dax exclamation point and Layla McQueen.
No girl. Ooh. Ooh, don't do that to Corey. But you know what I think would have been really
Oh, Honey
fun?
Mahogany and Vivian Panay.
That was horrible. But what I think would have been really fun, or I think would have been really funny, is what's the bitch's name again? Joella fully should have used the mattress as a prop, not in the way she did, but like just throw it on the floor and like,
And
girl,
sit on it or like
have sex
fall
on
on it.
it, like be
Yes.
sexual on it. It's a fucking mattress, like it's a sexual song.
I mean,
They
it's also
both
a
could have
really
gotten
great
on
song.
they both could have gotten on the mattress and like just done like a duet, girl. They could have made it iconic. She had a fucking mattress. Like, come on,
I mean,
she could have played that up.
it was a mattress, but it was also like a glory hole, though, at the same time. It was a
Could have
glory
been a
hole.
moment too.
Could have been a
That could
moment.
have been a moment too, actually.
That could have been her moment. Yeah, it could have been her moment. It also could have been Corey King's moment. Bitch, fuck the glory hole. I'm saying.
Buttons, girl, buttons. Like, come on.
She could have pulled a Saphira, like, with the
With the
titties.
titties.
Like, but, anyways, even though I thought this was probably the worst lip sync ever, Corey King ends up winning, which means she eliminates Joella. But this is season 17. So we have the Badunka Dunk Tank twist, which
Look at
gave
that twist.
Joella the opportunity to pull the lever, crank, pull the lever.
Kronk. Kronk.
That's a crank?
You said crank, it's Kronk.
I thought it was
Kronk.
crank.
It's
It's
Kronk,
crank?
bitch. Yes. That was one of my favorite TV shows growing up.
I've been
Emperor's
saying
New
pull the
School.
lever, crank forever.
It's Kronk, girl. Oh God, you old.
I'm so old. Well,
No, I
anyways,
used
that's just an opportunity to pull the lever and
I'm
Badunka
surprised nobody
Dunk,
has used that.
Michelle. What? Pull the lever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe they have, but they just added it out because you know Disney.
Well, also maybe the queens are too young for that. No shame. They
Let's
also
see.
need
Let's see if you ever get the opportunity to pull it. They
pull the
say it.
lever. Right.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
But she gets the opportunity to pull the lever to Badunkadunk Michelle. And she pulls the lever, and guess what? Nothing happens, which means Joella is eliminated. And speaking of Joella's elimination, so remember in the beginning I said there's some controversy based on Joella and like the LA scene, right? Because remember she said she's an icon in the local like A scene. So Joella's exit line was "At least I didn't die a local girl." So that
Yes.
has been causing a lot of controversy with a lot of the drag queens.
Yeah, I did say that. I do think the quote in itself is problematic, obviously, because first of all, we wouldn't have this whole show without, or you wouldn't have had this whole opportunity without local queens. Um, and not all the girls need to be on Drag Race to be successful. We've seen that plenty of times, especially here in New York. We've seen it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if she quite necessarily meant it in an ill manner.
Well, according to Joella, she was referencing Selena S. titties.
Yeah.
That's
So
what she
like,
said.
yeah. So see, like, I feel like it might have just been a moment of misunderstanding. Again, the quote itself, I can see why it can be very problematic, and harmful. But I don't think she necessarily meant it that way.
Yeah, but apparently the backlash is that Joella saying that means that she thinks she's better than the local queens
She's
because
definitely not.
she's on Drag Race. And obviously, you and I both know that there are some amazing local queens that have tremendous amount of talent. And being on Drag Race, yes, it helps open doors, but you don't have to be successful as a drag queen to end. Like, you don't have to have Drag Race or be on Drag Race to be successful as a drag queen.
No, absolutely not. Like, there's plenty of queens around the world. Like, come on, Pablo. Like, the most followed queen in the world, never been on any type of Drag Race related thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And we see it in New York. Like, there's a lot of queens
Again,
that they don't
yeah.
need to be on Drag Race for them to be
Shaquita,
successful.
Shaquita, girl, legend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, they don't need it.
You know, speaking of Shaquita, right? Like, and because obviously it was at the Glam Awards yesterday, and she was there, and she was presenting with Kevin Aviance, right? And a lot of the other, and
That
Suzanne
was
Barch
such that
and
was
Michael
such a
Michaud.
good legends, legends,
That was so good.
legends. Like that's all. Like literally, like seeing them all four on that stage. That was just legendary.
That was.
Also, Suzanne Barge, she could absolutely call me a faggot, and I would eat it up with that accent of hers. Hell yeah,
I
she
mean,
called me a faggot
she
all she
said,
wants.
"Shout out to the tops." So I'm saying, if you know, you know. He
And
was
if
there
and if
yesterday.
and if you don't understand that you're a bottom, I was dying.
All right. So shout out to
I
the
was like,
top.
she can absolutely fucking use a slur on me. Like I will take it,
So
and I will be so happy.
I thought it was just so nice. And I think it was so refreshing to see people who've paved the way, right, for a majority of the people that's sitting in the audience.
Literally, like you
And
had
I
like
thought that was great.
yeah, yeah, like fully you had like a nightclub promoter, a legendary queen, a blog writer, a legendary ball. Sorry, I blanked for a second. A legendary ball person. Like
Icon. Yeah,
yeah, like
icon.
literally like
Like,
they're all
Kevin
icons.
Alliance is an icon.
Like I mean, come on, he's worked with Beyonce. Like girl, come on. Like they're icons. And it's so important to like give them their flowers. Like, hello, they like you said, they literally paved the way. And it's also important because we don't have a lot of elders in the community, unfortunately, because of the AIDS epidemic. We did lose a lot of people, so it's very important that we pay the people who are still alive and who survived that, and who paved the way for us their flowers. Like they deserve that.
Yeah, and and I think to me, obviously, I grew up with a lot of those older queens, and so like being a baby gay on the pier, and then obviously, like that's kind of where a lot of my personality comes from, and it's like the school of hard knocks, like what you do and what you don't do. Like I had that, and I was fortunate to have that growing up, as as a baby gay. So thank you for that. Thank you for some, my my mothers and whatnot. But I think that is what's missing in this new generation of like baby queens who's coming up. And so I so especially love drag. It's because you have drag moms, right? Like drag moms, drag dads, grandmas, grandpas, and you have drag families that will take you in and be your chosen family, right? Because your actual biological family does not want anything to do with you. And I think that's what the beauty of drag is that
Yeah,
you could have your own like family. I think that's amazing.
and I don't think it's even just drag. I think it's just the LGBTQI community in general. And it's sad that straight people don't get to experience that. Well,
They
it's
don't
good
need
that they
everything.
get their, it's good because they get their families that like the actual families that we don't always get. Uh,
Yeah.
but like
And they don't need to have everything.
I mean, they don't have style
It's true.
or taste. Anyway, I feel like we digressed. What were we talking about?
No, I mean this is the final thoughts. This is our final thoughts. So
Okay,
this is when we can talk shit at the end because we finished recapping the episode.
girl, my nose is still is a little stuffy as fuck. I think I got
Because
sick
we were
yesterday.
outside.
Which one of you
That
went
was
to the
so
glam?
homophobic
Which one of you went to the
that they
glam
had us.
awards sick? Oh, that was very homophobic. First of all, I did not wear a coat because I was like, I'm gonna get off this fucking Uber and I'm gonna walk straight in. They said get there 7:30. I'm getting there exactly at 7:30. I'm gonna go
Right,
straight there. Why you had us waiting out there for like half an hour?
right,
And the freezing weather. I was shivering my
right.
ass off. My toes were frozen, girl.
My nose was hurting.
Girl.
Your nose is
My
running. My
makeup, like
nose
I
was
was tearing, like I was like, fuck, this is gonna ruin my makeup. That was
cannot.
homophobic.
My hands was cold, and
Sony
I don't
Hall,
do
get
well
your
with
shit
the
together.
cold.
Oh, girl, me neither. I'm a summer baby.
But last question: who's winning season 17?
I still haven't changed my mind.
What did you say?
Lexi Love. But I do think that Sam, Crystal, and Susie too are coming for her. Like they're not gonna make it easy for her. And Anya.
No, I
They're
agree.
not gonna make it easy for her.
And Jules, I don't think they're gonna make it easy for her. I don't think so. I think they all coming
Yeah.
for Lexi,
And
and they
everybody
all
else who
coming
wasn't
for Sam.
I think Lexi Love is gonna win. Ariete though is becoming my favorite.
You really do
Yeah.
enjoy Ariadne.
I love Ariete. And it's not just because she's Mexican and, I will always support a Mexican, but she has really surprised me in the best way possible. Like, she's done things I did not think she was capable of. Her looks have been amazing. I think she's been the runway queen this season so far. And
I agree.
I really hope she sticks around. And I hope if she ends up in the bottom and gets eliminated, the bitch stonks Michelle. Because I want to see more of her.
Same. So there you have it. That was another episode of No Ma'am. So before we go, there's one thing we would like to say. Listen, if any of you New York City queens, just local drag queens, if any of y'all want to kiki with the besties of No Ma'am, please send us a DM. Follow us on Instagram at No Ma'am the Podcast. Send us a DM. We would love to have you kiki with us and recap an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, or
Yes.
just in general, just talk shit and just be shady. Right?
Yeah,
So
fully.
let us know. We are looking for like
And
podcasts like guests.
not just queens, but any queer artists out there who feel like they have something to say.
Drag queens, drag kings,
Oh,
everyone in
girl, we need a
between.
drag king. Jump
Us.
on it.
Let us know.
Jump on it.
We would love to have you on the podcast.
Yes.
And as always, if you enjoyed the shade, if you enjoyed the laughs, and if we had you say no ma'am, which I'm sure we did, Right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss a single episode. Hit that notification bell so you definitely never miss an episode. Like I said earlier, follow us on Instagram at No MAAM the Podcast.
And don't forget to hit, if you're watching us on YouTube on your phone, there's a new button there, the hype button. Don't forget to hit that too, because that helps a lot.
Yes. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple, or iHeartRadio podcasts, rate us 5 stars, leave a comment. It means so much to us. And as always, we'll have you say no ma'am and no tab. Bye.